go.
My name is Jordan. I'm going to be doing a wound dressing for my patient. First, I would come in and I would identify myself. My name is Jordan. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm going to be removing and changing your wound dressing. Can I have your name and date of birth? Okay, and I can check on the wristband. Are you in any pain today? And if they were in any pain, I'd be able to administer medication at least 30 minutes before. I'm going to provide privacy. Okay, and make sure that I have access to the wound site. I'm going to perform hand hygiene. For video purposes, we're using the alcohol, but I would be using the sink and I'd be washing my hands. I'm going to don clean gloves to remove the dirty wound bandage. Make sure that the bed is in proper working height. Okay, and I have access to the wound site. I'm going to hold the skin while I pull the tape away. And as I pull the wound, the old wound dressing away, I would notice if there's any drainage. I would document that. I'm going to palpate the wound, not touching the wound, for any bogginess. I'm going to measure the length and width of the wound. So this wound is about 5.5 inches long, and from the thickest part of the wound, the widest part of the wound, it is about 1.5 inches long, which is wide. And then I'm going to measure the depth of the wound with a sterile Q-tip. And the wound is about 1 inch deep. I'm going to discard of my dirty materials. And I'm going to set up a chuck for any other materials while doing the wound dressing. And now I can make sure that I have my dressings change kit. I have some sterile gloves. I have saline, and that is all I need. I'm going to remove my gloves, perform hand hygiene again. And again, I'd be using the sink, but we're using the alcohol. I am going to prepare my sterile field. So I'm going to open away from me. I don't need the biohazard bag. I'm going to take out my my sterile drape, holding it away from me. And I can use the 1 inch border without reaching over. Okay. And now I'm going to dump everything that was in my sterile wound changing kit onto the sterile field without touching. Perfect. And now this saline has been opened previously, so I'm going to have to lip it into the trash, holding with the label facing. So I'm going to open it, and as I'm lipping, I'm turning the bottle. Perfect. And now I'm going to hold this about 2 inches above, and I'm going to fill this up. Okay. And now I can don my sterile gloves. Okay.
That was just the standard thing, right?
I'm going to do my left hand first because it's easier for myself.
No, that was like 6 was the standard thing.
I'm going to go underneath. Okay. And now that I'm sterile, I can readjust my gloves. Okay, now I'm sterile, so I can touch everything that's on my sterile field, and I can open everything up. So I have an ABD, I have some 4x4s, some swab sticks, my tweezers, and a safety pin that I'm not going to be using. So I'm going to be opening up the 4x4 and placing it into the water, into the saline. Okay, without getting my hands wet. Okay. And now I'm going to clean the wound with my swab sticks. So I'm going to take one and go down the right side while swirling and discard. Go down the left side while swirling and discard. And then I'm going to go gently down the middle of the wound and swab and discard. And now I am going to add in my soaked 4x4s. And I have to be careful because once my hand is wet, it is not sterile anymore. So, I'm going to grab this,
I'm Tonya, and I'm going to be
squeeze out the moisture.
cleaning the wound. I'm going to walk under the and make sure that Mrs. Jones is Mrs. Jones. I'm going to ask her verbally, check her name, date of birth, and her wrist date.
All right, so now,
I'm gonna perform hand hygiene.
without putting my hands in the wound,
My supplies are gathered.
I'm going to pack
If she's having any
very carefully
I'm explaining
the
to
wound
Mrs. Jones
with the
procedure as I go along.
sterile gauze.
I am providing privacy.
And the next one,
Raising the bed to a workable height. And Mrs. Jones denies pain. If she did have pain, I would administer an analgesic and come back reassess in 30 minutes before I proceed.
okay? And now I'm going to pack the wound again with the other
And
sterile
materials.
dressing. Make sure that it's in.
Allergies.
Okay.
Mrs. Jones is not.
And now I'm going to
And I'm going to be doing your
place the other two 4x4s
I'm going to perform hand hygiene again.
gently on top of the wound.
And I'm going to put on
And next I'm going to place the AB date on the wound. And at this point, the dressing is done. I just need to adhere the wound to the dressing to the patient's body. And one of these pieces of tape would have my name or my initials,
I am going to firmly hold
and it would have the date
one hand on the skin
and the time that I put on this wound dressing, just for my
to reduce any
other employees to know.
I am noting any drainage, the color, type, and amount. I am
Okay.
also noting how many gauze I'm removing from
All right. And at this point, I can discard my materials.
I'm looking and inspecting around the area of the wound for
Okay.
any
I'm going to
drainage,
replace her gown,
and I'm going to
make sure that she's comfortable,
and there are 2 gauze.
put the bed in a
I'm very careful.
low height.
Touch the inside of the wound.
I will be giving my patient her call bell. I would let her know if there's any discomfort or pain that she can call me, and then I would replace her bedside table over next to her in
I am going to measure the wound.
in a good distance for the patient.